Hi there, and welcome to a video on how to format your MS Word document in MLA style. Every reading and writing and English class that you take will ask you to write in MLA style, and this class is no different. So this will be a handy video on how to make sure that every essay and critical reading assignment that you do in here is in MLA style before you turn it in. The first thing that you want to do when you're trying to format in MLA style is go up here on the ribbon and click no spacing. That'll get rid of some extra formatting that we don't need. The next thing that you want to do is check the font. The font's right here. We need to be in Times New Roman, so we need to change it. We also need to be in size 12, so we need to change that too. From there, we need to check our spacing. MLA style calls for double spacing between lines. The way we check that is by looking at these up and down arrows. You can see that they cover line and paragraph spacing. When we click on it, we want to take it down to 2.0. Now we're ready to type something. We have the correct font, the correct font size, and we have the correct line spacing. We're going to put on the MLA style heading now, which is your name, your instructor's name, the class name, and the date. But this all has to be written in a pretty specific way, so we're going to go over it. The first, of course, is your name. You'd want to put your first and last name. Please capitalize the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. Then press enter. The second line is your professor's name. You would use the title professor and then put their last name. You would not use Mrs. or Ms. or Prof abbreviated. MLA does require that you use the title professor and you write it out completely. After that, you would put your professor's last name. My last name is Stamford Kittner. Yes, it is long. Yes, you need to put both Stamford and Kittner because that is my full last name. Please do not include your professor's first name here or their initial or anything like that. It's just the title professor and their full last name. After that, you would type the class. The name of our class is DIRW 0305. Then you'd put a hyphen and then the section number, whatever that may be. Notice that it is, again, the abbreviation for the class. Then there's a space, then the course level, then a hyphen, and then the section number. So don't add any extra hyphens or spaces here. It does need to look just like this or it will be out of MLA style, which will get points docked. So be careful. MLA is very specific. You need to make sure you're doing it exactly right. After that, you want to go down to your fourth line, and this is where you write the date. Now, the date is going to be written a little different than we normally write it, and that is day, month, year, just like this. So no commas or anything like that. No month coming first. It's day, month, year. After that, you can press enter one time, and then we want to center a line because your title needs to be centered, and that's what comes next. So right here are the alignments: left, center, right. So we're going to click on center, and then you'll type your title, whatever that may be for your paper. It would be something appropriate that goes with your topic. Then you'd press enter one more time and left align back to the left margin because we write from left to right. Now you're almost ready to write, but you still have to make sure that you have page numbering. MLA style asks that your last name and the page number appear on every page of your document. So the way we're going to do that is open up the header. This white space up here in the margin is also known as the header. If you double click on it, it'll open it up. You see that it also opened up a new part of the ribbon, and it'll say page number over here, and you can do top of the page. You want to choose the one that's on the right side over here, and you need to type your last name in front of that, and then space. So your last name, space, and then the number. Your last name should not be smack up against the number. There needs to be a space between your last name and the number. Now, because we set this up this way, Microsoft Word is going to number all of your pages for you from now on. So this will say page 1, the next one will say 2, and so on. So you don't have to do anything. That way it won't mess up your alignment or spacing or anything like that. It's all up in the header being done for you by the computer. Now we have to make sure that this is the right font, which if you look carefully, you can see that it's a different font. So we need to highlight it and we can change it. Now it matches. You can also do that by clicking home here and doing it right here. But you do need to make sure that anytime you make a change, you highlight it. Now we're done with the page numbering. It looks perfect. It's an MLA style, so we need to close the header. You can close the header by double clicking anywhere outside the header. There you go. Now let's go back to where we were down here. There's one more thing I want to tell you before you start writing, and that's how to indent in MLA style. Anytime you're writing for any paper, including ones in this class or any other college class, you want to use the tab key to indent. The tab key is on your keyboard just above caps lock, and it'll jump your cursor over and make this big indentation right here. The reason we want to use the tab key is because it makes a really uniform, clean look. All of your indentions are going to look the same every time, which is what MLA style requires. The tab key is going to do this for you. Never use the space bar to create your indentions, only the tab key, which again is over caps lock on your keyboard.